breaking news today, but we're gonna kick off Saturday with a pretty serious subject, and that is your identity. How do you protect your identity when on every website they're tracking every click, every page you visit, everything you purchase? Well, they're following and buying your personal information. They're selling your personal information everywhere. How can you sleep at night if you don't have the peace of mind that you are covered? How do you turn that tracking off? You say yes to TrackOFF. It's an excellent and smart choice for everybody who has a PC, for both Android and PC users. This is an HSN exclusive because not only do you get to choose your color, which is kind of fun, but they all work the same, red, blue, purple, green, or black, but we're giving you exclusive lifetime coverage for 4 devices. 4 devices are covered for life for $49.95. Comes down to about, what, $11 a pop for 4 devices. It's a fabulous buy. Nowhere else can you find TrackOFF at this price. Usually it's 1 device covered for 1 year for $40. 1 device, 1 year for $40. Or you could do this. 4 devices, lifetime coverage. That's what TrackOFF is all about. Joe Harrison is here to talk about protecting our digital fingerprint. Any move we make online is being tracked, is being filed, and that information is being sold?
It's being sold. The government, the Congress said last year that the ISP, your internet service provider, is allowed to collect that data and then sell it to somebody else. I mean, your information, you, not your computer, your information is being sold on the black market. And this is really one of the leading causes of identity theft. Because what happens is every single time you get online, whether it's with a PC or whether it's with your Android phone, you're downloading trackers on the background. And there's some websites that have hundreds of trackers that are on there. So just follow what you do on a typical day. Maybe one website you put in your name. Maybe another website you put in your address. Maybe another website you put in the last 4 digits of your social. And then maybe another website you put in your what bank you go to. What happens is those trackers start to compile all that information. Now they have a complete list of you. So now they can call up that bank, and you've called up your bank before. They're like, can you verify your information? They'll say, what's the last 4 digits of your social? Well, that tracker will look, yep, I've got it right there. Then they'll say, what's your address? Oh, I've got that too. Then before you know it, they have now become you. That simple and that easy, because trackers are one of the leading causes of identity theft. And the government says on average, a typical person has 3,000 bits of information of them because they have trackers on your system. So what TrackOFF does is it breaks up that digital fingerprint, because like we were talking about, you know, Sarah mentioned your computer has a fingerprint just like you do. So every single website that you touch, it leaves that fingerprint. So then they can link from website to website and gather all that data. What TrackOFF will do is it breaks the link between all those fingerprints. So now nobody can track you. Now nobody is going to follow you. Now no one is going to have your personal information, so you can now really surf online in the privacy of your own home. Now this works for 4 devices, and you pick any combination, whether it's a PC or whether it's 3 phones, 1 computer, 3 computers, 1 phone, however you want to work it, you're getting the best value that's on there. And I love the dashboard, because this is the scary thing. This is the dashboard, and it's always running to let you know. I loaded this on this computer specifically about an hour ago, and I just surfed online for 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, almost 60 different trackers followed me. And I wasn't going to shady websites. In just 5 minutes, all these trackers were finding me. I downloaded 81 cookies, which is another way you're getting tracked. It's letting me know that when I was surfing online, it was not the best experience if I didn't have TrackOFF, because now in just 5 minutes, almost 60 trackers are following you, following your progress, and now can easily steal your identity.
But this is the key to turning off the tracking.
Right.
This is the key, and it's a one-time purchase. You never have to sign up for a yearly subscription or membership ever again. One-time purchase, 4 devices. No one else has this value. I want to share testimonials so you can find out what people are saying about TrackOFF and think about what this can do for you and your loved ones.
I find it incredibly annoying when I look at one thing and then all the similar things come up on my browser. It makes me feel invaded. It's invading my privacy. As soon as I installed TrackOFF on my computer, it showed me that there was a site that was already tracking me, and it was aha, that's how all these people get my information. And TrackOFF stopped it dead in its tracks.
the story. So I was just telling Joe over the break, just this morning at 4 in the morning, I was buying tickets online to an event.
Right.
I went to one website. I put in my full name. I put in my mailing address. I put in my credit card number. I also put in that little 3-digit security code that's on the back of every credit card. And I think they wanted my phone number and my firstborn child. I mean, that's the kind of information they wanted from me. I'm going to one show, one event, and now somebody has all that information. They can track just about anything that you're doing,
Absolutely.
the websites that you go to.
It's that scary and it happens that fast. Every single time you're typing something on your computer, if you don't have TrackOFF, there are trackers that are literally watching you. It's almost as if somebody's standing right beside you and now seeing every single keystroke that you make, because now they're following you, gathering that data, and they're building up a profile of you. And it's legal for them to then buy that data and then sell it to somebody else. It's incredible what's going on. But the problem that you're going to run into is there's no other way to get rid of it. If you run your antivirus is designed to protect your computer. Get rid of the viruses that might cause harm. This is designed to protect you. This is protecting your identity, your credit, everything that you've worked for. Because if somebody steals your identity, it'll take about 8 years until you can get your credit back to where it was. With TrackOFF, it is always running in the background. It's not something that you have to run once a week or run every other day. It's always running. So when you start surfing online, and when I was online on this computer in just 5 minutes and almost 60 trackers came up, I was checking my email, I was checking the news, I was checking the weather. I wasn't going to shady websites, I was going to some of the most popular websites, and then that's where those trackers came from. This is not something that you have to go to unfamiliar websites. You're gonna go to common websites that you know of, and then all of a sudden you're gonna see in the bottom corner, it says 12 tracking attempts were blocked. And you're gonna know that I'm automatically protected this way. So this is how trackers are following you. The old days, it used to be cookies. We've all heard of that. Little cookies start following on your computer, and that's an easy way that you've been tracked. And now they also have something that's called IP tracking, where it finds out what your internet address is. That's what you have on your house. So every single house has its own little internet address. And then it's following you because every time you go to a website, you're leaving that internet address there. And it makes a link from one website to the next website. What TrackOFF does is it breaks that link, so now no one is going to be able to help you out. And anywhere else you buy TrackOFF, it's only good for 1 year. I love the fact that HSN is including this for a lifetime, because Sarah, this isn't something that's going away. This is something that's going to happen every single day for really all of eternity. And I love the way they've designed this, because a lot of us are shopping online. A lot of us are using our PC, but we're also using our mobile devices. So now when you get on your mobile device, you can now privately browse on there. They have something called a VPN, which is an encrypted browsing window for you. And we can also do the updates to make sure everything is up and running. And the offer today is 4 devices. You pick any 4 devices you want. Is it 3 phones? Is it 1 computer? Is it 4 computers and no phones? Whatever combination you want, if it's an Android phone or a PC, this is gonna keep yourself protected. Because when you think about how often are you surfing? I'm surfing on my phone just about as much as I am on my computer.
Oh, for sure.
I need that TrackOFF to make sure no one is tracking me.
Well, I want you to hear another testimonial, but not only watch these great testimonials, go to our website at hsn.com. It's a customer pick. This is the first time we've had this back since October. First time back in stock. It's going very quickly. Remember, this is a one-time purchase. Everywhere else, you have to buy 1 purchase for every device for every year. So 1 computer would be $40, your next computer would be $40, your phone would be $40, your tablet would be $40. This is a one-time purchase, lifetime coverage for 4 devices. Don't you think your laptop is worth $10, $11? Don't you think your phone or your tablet or that PC or that Android is worth about $11 and change? This is the best time to buy. Watch this testimonial, and I want you to imagine what TrackOFF can do for you. I love the idea that you can turn the tracking off.
I had an online experience. I had my identity stolen, personal banking information. It was a devastating experience. And with TrackOFF, I feel I could do things online again and start to feel comfortable. And it would give me peace of mind, and it's one less thing to worry about.
Well, I mean, it is a very serious subject.
Absolutely
As
is.
much fun as we have, you know, shopping online, they were asking me, what did I buy tickets to, a heavy metal concert? And I said, no. river dance, actually. But that's more my speed, Irish clogging, no hands. But this is something that we've gotten so comfortable.
Right.
With electronics, Joe. We're putting anything and everything we do online. We have no idea how much our personal information is being sold. This is going to bring you peace of mind. This is extra security for you and your family. Anybody who touches a computer, they're leaving a digital fingerprint. So again, choose your color. It doesn't really matter what color you pick. They all work the same. But we do have red, blue, purple, green, and black. Red will be the first to go. Remember, this is lifetime coverage for 4 devices. Everywhere else, you have to buy it once every year for $40, and that's just for 1 device. So I love the incredible value we're giving you here today. Free shipping too. So think about taking care of this and doing it now. It's the new year.
Absolutely.
It's a great time to think about kind of starting over and starting fresh, and not leaving that trail of breadcrumbs for someone to follow you.
And unfortunately, there have been a lot of companies that have left themselves open to starting that trail of breadcrumbs already. Yahoo this last year said all 3 billion users have had their information compromised. Equifax said all 143 million people that they're now tracking, their information has been compromised. And when that information is out there, someone on the black market can now track it to you. And then unfortunately, that's how they become you. And it happens so fast. Because what a tracker will do is that it's tracking every website you go to. It's tracking every bit of information you put in here. So think about what you do on a regular basis every single day. You might go to one website, you put in your first name. You go to another website you put in your last name. You go to another website, you put in your medical data. You might be getting ready to do your taxes, so you probably put your social security number in there. What that tracker does is it's grabbing that little bit of information from every single website, it compiles it, then all of a sudden it has you. And it's really scary how fast it can happen. Because for a lot of us, we think, oh, I might be tracked. It might take me a couple of years until someone has information on me. No, it literally takes seconds to do it. So what happens is when you go to one website and you're doing your name, then your address and your social, then someone can call up and they can become you. They can find out what credit cards you use because you went to the credit card website. They can find out what bank you go to because then you probably went to the bank website. And then they could call up, literally call up and say, hi, I'm Joe Harrison. They'll say, well, what's your birthday? They can say, oh, I've got it right here. What's your address? I've got it right here. It just usually takes 2 questions for them to verify who you are, and then all of a sudden that bank will give you every little bit of information that you want. That's how fast it happens. And I know if you're probably thinking, it doesn't happen to my computer. I want to show you this one. I loaded this on the load TrackOFF software onto this computer literally about 10 minutes before we got on the air. I surfed online in about 5 minutes. I checked my email, I checked the weather, and I checked the news. And in just 5 minutes, 60 trackers popped up, following me in every single place that I went.
In 5 minutes.
Just
imagine
5 minutes.
What it's going to do for the 5 hours
that
we spend on average on our devices every single day. So is this going to like remove cookies?
It removes the cookies for you too. So now we have 81 cookies that are helping to track. It's going to get rid of that. There's also something new called a digital fingerprint, where every single website you go to, your computer has a fingerprint just like you. It's going to get rid of it. And you can see when it starts to notice I'm being tracked, it changes the fingerprint. So just in those 5 minutes, it changed the fingerprint 3 times to make sure I wasn't being hacked.
How do you know what websites are following you?
It gives you a long list right down below of the most popular websites, and it tells you which ones were tracking you.
You could actually kind of track them.
Yes, you
could
can.
actually go and say, oh,
yeah, you can see
I know what websites are following me now. I like that.
I went to CNN.com. So CNN is one of my leading trackers. But a lot of times they'll mask what the website is, so you can't even tell it. And this is just me checking my email, checking the nails. Yeah, but the problem is that the average person, the government says 3,000 bits of information are out there because of trackers. And some websites literally have hundreds of trackers that are on there. You need to have this protection. The great thing, Sarah, it's not like you have to run it every single week. It automatically runs in the background. So it's automatically running, automatically keeping you safe. You just install it once, and then you're free to surf the internet.
That was my next question. Easy to install. It's just basically, it's a USB. So as long as you have a USB on your device, this can go on PCs, this can go on Android tablets.
Right. It could be HP, Gateway, Dell, any computer in the last 10 years. If you have an Android device, you do download the app. We're going to give you a card that comes with it that gives you the instructions, how easy it is to download. And now you're safe surfing on here, because this holiday season, how much shopping did you do on your phone versus your computer? A lot of us do a lot of shopping right here. This absolutely needs that protection, because this thing can have trackers on it as well.
We are being tracked. That's the new normal. And we we may not ever get comfortable with that, but it's nice to know that you can take the power back, you can take control, and it's with a very simple purchase. This is lifetime coverage for 4 devices. This is 2 PCs, 2 phones. This is 1 PC, 2 tablets, and your mobile phone. This is lifetime coverage for 4 devices. Usually, these are $40 a pop for each device, for every year that you want the coverage. You never have to sign up again. You never have to say yes to another membership a year from now. So with your one purchase today, you're getting 4 devices covered for the lifetime of this product. It's an amazing value. It's worth every penny that you're going to spend to protect your privacy. How many people do you say have identity theft?
There's about 18 million people every single year. And tracking has gone up 50% every single year. The problem keeps getting worse. We just can't ignore it.
And it's legal.
This is it. It's absolutely legal.
It's legal. So you need to take the control back, take the power, and do our price break today. First time back since October.